Hey, what's up guys? So in this video, I want to talk about a brand new plugin from AVA Music Group called Decadence Trailer Toms. And this is a deeply sampled collection of curated cinematic drums by Karel Psota. And this basically is a cinematic percussion library that's been reimagined for the modern era, allowing you to blend the grandeur of cinematic drum sounds with the precision and punchiness of pop and trailer music. Now this works in the free Contact player and it's fully NKS compatible, which I absolutely love. The layout of this plugin is beautiful, it looks super great, and there's a lot of great features packed into such a small space, which I also love. It's an extremely well laid out plugin, and for your different drum types, you can go into the rack view and see the different hits here. So if I go into Decadence, we can see we have a bunch of single patches here, as well as master patches in this folder, and then also some extras down here in folder 3. But most of everything is laid out in a very organized fashion, and there's a lot of variety in such a small plugin, which I love. So we have toms, we have war drums, kicks, snares, claps, darbuka, frame taps, stick taps, cymbals, and even some booms inside this plugin. I also love that it doesn't take up a lot of space on your hard drive. I think it's like 2 gigabytes max on your disk. So not a lot of disk space, and it doesn't take up a lot of CPU, which I also love. Okay, so let's just pop back into the plugin now and take a look at Decadence Trailer Toms. Okay, so the 3 main pages inside of Decadence Trailer Toms is the main page here where we can control all the most important parameters. And then we have a groove page for over 150 different MIDI groove files that we can literally drop directly into our project, which I've actually done in this project I'm working on for a jungle type track that I'm working on. You can see the patterns are laid out here that I dropped in with the MIDI Groove Finder, and there's a bunch of different options for trailer ensemble, tension builders, fills, hits, and then we have a bunch of other patches in here as well that you can sort through and explore for different playing styles. And then the last page is the effects page where you can actually go into depth with shaping your sound, and you can rearrange these modules to be however you want and drop them into place in a serial fashion, just how you like them. And then you can also go up here and save these different preset effects directly to your hard drive for later recall. And then additionally, we have a color page here where we can further refine the different sounds. So that's the 3 main pages, but let's take a look at the actual drum controls for Decadence. So the biggest knob on the UI actually controls compression, saturation, and EQ. And if I just play this back, you can hear how it affects the sound. And if that gets to be too much, you can actually pull the release back here and cut off some of those tails a little bit. Kind of taming everything out. Now we also have this compression slider over here, and it doesn't do what you think it would. It's not like a normal compressor. What it actually does is it takes a lot of the lower velocity samples and raises them up to match the louder dynamics of the loudest drum parts, which kind of evens everything out and brings everything forward. So this is what it sounds like with no compression added. And then once I bring up the slider, kind of evens everything out. I really like this because you can refine the sound to be exactly what you're looking for and bring everything up to a really forward sounding drum part. Now it's worth mentioning that these are recorded with 10 velocity layers and 9 round robins, providing you with every nuance required for making cinematic tracks. Now with how they sound in this space, you can actually kind of control what it sounds like because these were recorded with a close mic and then a hall or room mic. So if you want to kind of place these back further, you can pull up the attack here and kind of make them sound more distant. And then bring them back to make them sound even more forward. Because if you want to get just like the clickiness of the close mic, you can actually bring this release down pretty far and then leave the attack really low. And you're just getting the click. So that's just pretty much the close mic sound. And then if you want to get everything together, you just pull the release back up. So the whole time so far, I've been using this little sequencer here that you can turn on and off, and you can change your different time values with this drop-down menu. You can sync it to your host, and then you can also control the actual hits right here and make your own custom sequences for these drums. Now, if you have the filter cutoff pulled all the way down, you can pull up the filter dynamics, and the louder hits are actually going to react with this filter dynamics and open up the filter a little bit more. So let's just go ahead and try this out. So you can hear that filter opening with the louder hits and closing back down with the quieter hits, which is a really useful feature. And then last but not least, you have mod wheel control here where you can choose what your mod wheel controls. So you can control a low pass filter, a high pass filter, or the overall level for Decadence. Okay, so I want to actually show you what I've been working on and how I've just been using this plugin to fill out the tension within the intro track of my jungle track. And it's worth mentioning as well that I've used a bunch of AVA music groups sample libraries to kind of fill out the space around Decadence too. So I've used samples from their Aversion pack, their Glitch pack, as well as the Quantum pack, building this intro up where it really comes to a full climax and peak of energy in this middle section here, where I have 3 instances of Omnisphere playing some really aggressive bass lines, concluding all the tension that I've built with Decadence Trailer Toms and all the cinematic drum hits from their sample libraries into this main part. So this is what it sounds like. So that is my crazy intense jungle track that I built out using Decadence Trailer Toms to build tension in the intro up to that part of the drop with Omnisphere. And I just love how this turned out. There was so much energy that I was able to build with Decadence as well as the other packs from AVA Music Group using Glitch, Quantum, Aversion, all 3 of those packs topped off and rounded out with Decadence Trailer Toms. I love how this turned out, and I love how versatile it is, not just for cinematic type music, but really any genre that you can wrap your head around and tweak the settings within these different drum sounds to develop and make your own. So if you want to check out Decadence Trailer Toms, it's on avamusicgroup.com, and I think it is $160. Yeah, $160 right now. I think it's well worth it. I would myself probably wait for a sale of some type. I'm not sure how they do their sales, if they have like a summer sale or something that'll be coming around in the holidays around Black Friday this year. But I still think even at $160, if you can swing it, I think it's well worth it. It's a lightweight plugin. It's super easy to use. It's super easy to control and craft your own sound with. They have a bunch of demos on their website that you can check out. This really useful walkthrough by Karel Psota himself. They go through explaining what exactly, kind of everything I've already talked about in this video comes with Decadence Trailer Toms. But yeah, there's a lot inside of this. And I didn't even go through all the different drum pieces. It would take a much longer video to go through all the different drum types that you get with this plugin, but there is quite a variety. So yeah, Decadence Trailer Toms, I recommend it. As someone that is a huge fan of Heaviosity's Damage and Damage 2 that I've used a lot in the past, I love this plugin because it's more simple to use. It's more straightforward. It's super accessible to just dive right in, craft a sound that you want. I'm definitely adding this up there with Heaviosity's Damage and Damage 2. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.